Okay, welcome back, everybody. In this one, we are going to be taking a look at got the latest update here from the National Weather Service here. Okay, so the excessive rainfall has went up across the entire Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. We have now a slight risk, and this includes Philly, New York City, parts of Eastern Pennsylvania, down in southeastern Pennsylvania, into New Jersey, and then you go back into Virginia, West Virginia, even into Kentucky and areas and like that. This is for a slight risk of flooding. This has gone up, and I wouldn't be surprised this to be expanded a bit more. That's a major upgrade from yesterday. Now we take a look at her model, and all the models have just gone up like crazy. I mean, we're talking about big time crazy. And I wasn't expecting it, but there it is. We talking about our low. This is gonna be wrapping itself up into the Appalachian Mountains. A lot of thunderstorms, and even severe thunderstorms. I wouldn't even be surprised up to Pennsylvania, but very very heavy rain, very dynamic low pressure, and honestly, it's a very impressive low pressure going on here. This does, end up wrapping around the Delaware area and Maryland area with a low pressure right there. We got now severe weather off the coast, but we got a whole bunch of wrapping thunderstorms from the Atlantic coast, really wrapping itself pretty nicely across this low. And you might say, oh, wow, this is looking pretty dangerous. And yeah, it does. Because you just take it a few hours later and this thing really wraps up. We get a massive shield of very heavy rain across these regions. I mean, look at that. Even reds wrapping around the low pressure, a very dynamic low pressure going inland of a nor'easter. And we're talking about some gusty winds too. We're talking about to 40 to even 50 miles an hour in spots. We're talking about very heavy rain up to 1 to 2 inches an hour. And this is really taken off here. And then the low kind of moves a little bit more off. We get a low kind of like this. And we got a nasty amount of rain shield bands going on here. I mean, just a complete washout for your Friday night into Saturday morning. Low pressure at this point. I mean, you're looking at a 986 at this point. And this just continues to wrap. And, then you see another dynamic low pressure kind of develops on the backside. There it is. It just continues to spin. We got two low pressures here, one there, one there. And you got a whole bunch of very heavy rain. This is much more of a system than what we were talking about last night. And this thing just wraps. And when I mean wrap, you got a 986 millibar nor'easter just bringing very gusty winds, just like if it was snow, really just wrapping. Then you get the thunderstorms in the daytime. Those could be an inch of rain by itself. So a very dynamic system that we are going to be having to watch out for. And there it is on millibars. You kind of could tell there it is. But I mean, at this point, you're looking at a low wrapping up near Philly. I mean, you're looking at a 986 millibar low. This is a very powerful low. It's not what we were talking about yesterday about a 995 to a 990. We're talking about a 986 millibar low going up the East Coast inland. So when we take a look at the wind gusts, I mean, this has gone up dramatically too. As the low develops, I mean, you're getting now winds across the southern side and western side up to 30 to even 45 mile an hour knots. That's up to 50 mile an hour winds, you guys. So very, very important that we're going to have to watch out here for. And with that, we're going to be having very heavy rainfall. And the latest rainfall out of her model really paints a picture. I mean, you're talking about a striping area of much worse. This is on the on the her. You got a stripe of bands right here, you guys. This is that heaviest rainfall. Okay? You're looking at spots up to 5 inches. 5 to even closer to 6 inches in local spots. That's 3 to 5 inches locally, 6 inches on the herd. If this continues to show and trend like this, we're going to have some major flooding going into the beginning of June. Okay? We're definitely going to really be having some issues with that wind too. This is not the only model. The her is really wrapping up more than I was expecting. And I mean, I did say in yesterday's video, uptrends continue even on the wrap model. On the wrap model here, this does wrap up into about a 990, a little bit more. But we're taking a look at total accumulations on here too. And I mean spots too. A widespread 1.5 to 2 inches. We're looking at spots up to 3.25, close to 4 inches of rain. This is on the wrap model. Okay. The NAM been having some issues, but it's slowly adjusting back to the her. It's continuing to get more and more aggressive on it again, but there it is, the coastal low, and that just wraps up. That's been starting to pick up in place here too. And not just this NAM model. I mean, we now see a solid area of a stripe up to easily 2.5 inches of rain. 2.5 inches at least. So this model, and then the NAM 3KM, yeah, this just continues to get worse. We're looking at spots, yeah, up to about 5 to 6 inches of rain. So things have really escalated in just the recent, and the latest 18Z RGen model really paints a picture too. We're talking about rainfall up to 3.5 to even 4 inches in a stripe. So we have really taken these totals up quite a lot. We're going to have to really watch. Okay? The RGem, there it is. I mean, you are talking about very heavy rain. There it is. That low wraps up. You're talking about easily at this point, you got some gusty winds up to 988. So, gusty winds, very heavy rain, very dynamic system. Things keep trending worse. That's the bottom line here, you guys. That is seriously the bottom line. The GFS continues to wrap up even more. You know, we're talking about a low in New York City about a 990. Okay, 991, 990, 989. So this is continuing to escalate. We take a look at the total accumulations, and now we got the GFS popping out, you know, a widespread 1 to 2 inches and spots up to 3 inches. Okay? This is not the only thing with the GFS too. We got the Euro model. Okay, I think the website just went down. The website is down. Alright. So we're going to have to use something else here. This is that GFS. Look at that. Much stronger low. Much more wrap. Very important because more of a dynamic low means more of that rainfall. The Euro model. We're looking at the Euro model here. We look at the Euro model, and this has done a very good job too.